People love to say evolution is science, like it's the sacred, untouchable truth. But once you strip away the slogans, the cartoons, the classroom storytelling, the mental gymnastics, the entire thing falls apart. Today, I'm going to show you some fatal problems that destroy Darwinian macroevolution. The idea that one kind of creature slowly becomes a totally different kind over millions of years. Not micro changes, not color variations. I'm talking about the big claim that reptiles turn into birds, that monkeys turn into humans, that bacteria turn into everything. Let's get one thing out of the way. Proof versus evidence. Evidence can be interpreted. Fossils are evidence. DNA similarities are evidence. Adaptations, evidence. None of these prove macroevolution. While proof is something that's observable, testable, repeatable, and evolutionists have zero of that for macroevolution. If evolution is proven, show it. Not drawings, not interpretations, not stories. Show us actual, real-time proof of one kind of species turning into a brand new kind. But nobody can. And that's the problem. Proof isn't just a strong evidence. Proof is something that eliminates every other possibility. Proof disqualifies all other explanations. And proof forces one conclusion and removes doubt. And that's exactly what evolution does not have. Yet the loudest voices in secular science talk like, evolution is a fact! Evolution is proven! Your God is fiction! But here's the truth. If something can't be observed, tested, repeated, or demonstrated, then it is not proven. It's a belief. So if we're being honest, evolution isn't just unproven. It starts looking exactly like what they accuse God of being. A fiction, a fairy tale, and a belief. And by the way, this is part 1 of a multi-part series. In this series, I'm going to show you, number 1, why I choose God over evolution in secular science. And number 2, why the God of the Bible stands above every false, little g, false gods, myths, or religion. But before we get to God, we need to expose evolution for what it actually is. Assumptions over assumptions over assumptions. The word trick. Evolutionists use the same word for two completely different concepts. Microevolution and macroevolution. Let's start with micro. Microevolution is real. Small changes, color shifts, adaptations. This is observable and fully biblical. Kinds produce variations within their kind. In Genesis chapter 1, verses 24 to 25, and God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. While macroevolution is never observed, the idea that tiny changes eventually create new species with new organs and new systems and a new DNA code, this has never been seen, not in nature, not in fossils, not in labs. Micro is not macro. Variation is not transformation. Nothing in between. Evolution collapses at the very first step, going from one cell to many. If evolution were true, we should see real organisms that live as 2 cells, 3 cells, 5 cells, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. But none exist. People will say, well, during cell division, you see 2 cells stuck together. But that's not a 2-cell organism. That's 1 cell copying itself, then separating again. It doesn't live its whole life as a 2-cell organism. It doesn't function as a 2-cell creature. It doesn't pass on a 2-cell body plan. That's reproduction, not evolution. What we actually see in nature is number one, a single-celled life, like a bacteria, yeast, protozoa. And number two, a fully multicellular organism with tens of thousands of cells. Even the simplest ones like a sponge, they're not two-cell, three-cell creatures. They consist of tens of thousands of cells. There's no gradual buildup over millions of years. Evolution needs a staircase, but biology shows us a cliff. One cell to tens of thousands, no steps in between. The fossil record destroys evolution. If evolution happened slowly, we should see millions of in-between creatures. But we don't. Animals show up, fully formed with no evolutionary ancestors underneath them. In one geological moment, nearly every major body plan appears out of nowhere. There are no missing links. Not thousands, not hundreds, not even dozens. Zero. The fossil record fits creation, not Darwinism. The missing links are still missing, and they'll never be there because they don't exist. Natural selection. Darwin talks about natural selection like it's supposed to be the engine that drives evolution forward. But here's the irony. Natural selection does not create new species. It eliminates weak variation. It removes mistakes. It deletes errors. It wipes out anything not fully functional. Natural selection is a filter, not a builder. It destroys new traits. It does not create them. DNA information make evolution impossible. Evolution requires new genetic information, but mutations do the opposite. 99.9% of mutations destroy or corrupt information. They break code rather than create new functional code. DNA is language. It's coded instructions. Random accidents don't write structured code. Many biological systems only work if every part is already in place. You can't build those step by step. Evolution needs new organs, new body plans, new functions, new systems, new coordinated code. Mutations can't produce any of that. So evolution fails at the genetic level. The millions of years problem. Everything evolution teaches depends on one thing. Millions or hundreds of millions of years. Without deep time, evolution collapses instantly. Here's the problem. Carbon dating can't reach millions of years. Carbon dating measures how much radioactive carbon C14 is left compared to normal carbon C12, and C14 decays fast. Even the theoretical limits of around 50,000 years, that number isn't even reliable because C14 levels depend on the environment. C14 breaks down quickly, and after about several tens of thousands of years, C14 should be completely gone. So anything that still has C14 in it cannot be millions of years old. Yet, we find C14 in coal, diamonds, dinosaur bones, all of which evolution claims are tens or hundreds of millions of years old. Impossible. If they were that old, there would be zero C14 left. And carbon dating only works if the world never changed. This is the part that evolutionists never tell people. Carbon dating only works if the Earth had the exact same conditions forever, including same atmosphere, same climate, same radiation levels, same magnetic field strength, same cosmic ray intensity, same volcanic activity, same ozone layer, same carbon cycle, no contamination. If any of those changed, even a little, the dating result becomes worthless or very inaccurate. And everyone knows the Earth's atmosphere, magnetosphere, radiation levels, volcanoes, and cosmic rays have changed massively over time. That means even the 50,000 year limit is not reliable, because the C14 to C12 ratio would have been totally different in different ages. So where do millions of years come from? When carbon dating fails, evolution is switched to other methods like potassium to argon, uranium to lead, etc., that rely on huge assumptions like decay rates are always constant, no contamination ever, no daughter isotopes at the beginning, rock stayed in perfect closed system, environment never altered the sample. None of that can be proven. None of it can be tested. It's all assumption, not science. And the same rock can be dated as 5 million years old, or 50 million years old, or 500 million years old, depending on which assumption you use. At the end of the day, evolutionists and secular science are trying to make science explain something it cannot comprehend. The creation will never fully understand the creator. A Tesla will never fully comprehend what Elon Musk is as a person. An Apple software will never comprehend what Steve Jobs is as a person. And the human mind and the science God himself created will never fully comprehend the one who created both. Science is just the study of nature. It can't explain supernatural or anything beyond nature. Most of science is still unanswered, and that's why real science is always questioning itself. When new evidence points somewhere else, real science follows it. Science and the Bible don't conflict. The only conflict is with evolution, because evolution is built on assumptions, not proof, not science. And honestly, I can't wait for the evolutionists to go crazy in the comments down below, because this has never been about science. It's about people not wanting a God above them. No creator means no moral accountability. They want to be their own God, so they never have to change anything about their lives. In the next video, we'll look at the obvious question. If evolution can't explain life, who can? And why does the creator, not randomness, match the evidence? Make sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for part 2. See ya.